So how are you feeling just coming off Arizona? And it seems like there was a lot of things that you can continue to build upon.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough stretch. You look at the 3 games, overall, just all road games, all hard-fought games. The Stanford game, chances to win, a lot of chances to win that one. The USC was going to be a tough one, and then but I just again, nothing's really changed after watching the film. I think I said we played 30 minutes really good. It was more like 33. I think when we had they had the putback on the layup. That got it to 4. It was 50 to 48. I think like 7 minutes left. That was a key play, and then they were able to go on a little bit of a run there from that point. But it was I thought defensively we did a good job. We stayed focused on the things we practiced leading into that to prepare to play them, and we did things in transition defense to prepare to try and simulate just how fast they could move the ball up the court. So you're playing a team of that quality, and they've done it all year against really good teams, and they've blown most teams out in that building. So I mean, you hope you could just take more steps after a game like that.
Just how hard that you guys played. Just the level that you need to compete at to be able to be successful, given some of your offensive limitations.
Yeah.
That's something that you can point to as an example.
Yeah, I mean, we just want to see guys like that are competing, and they did. They battled, for the whole game. They were, I thought there was not a time that I was disappointed from an effort standpoint or, just a mental toughness standpoint. And we just, we made too many errors in the first half on, just with some, I wouldn't say careless turnovers, but just, passes that led to points for Arizona. And if we eliminated some of that, I think we would have been in an even better position in the first half. And then, second half, we've had games where we shot free throws very well. We've had other games that, were more like, Saturday. So we can't afford to, miss front ends of 1-on-1s, versus a team like Arizona and expect to win those kind of games.
Obviously, you just played this team. This was the game that you were not at against USC. So what do you do kind of different from what you did the first time, and what adjustments do you need to make against them?
I mean, I'm happier that we'll be deeper in this game and we're getting healthier. And usually, I'm coming in here with a list of names to rattle off for everybody, but really, that's not what's happening this week. Certainly, we're able to prepare normally with a full complement of players minus Marcus, but yeah, I mean, I feel good about our practices the last 2 days. I think we gotta really rebound these next 3 games, all home games. These teams they're big and athletic, and they've been exceptional rebounding teams, and USC's length and defense is one of the best in the nation. In addition to that, I mean, Mobley is a heck of a player and really should be given strong consideration for player of the year in the conference. Just the way he impacts the game in so many ways. You even get more respect for how good he is when you're really watching a bunch of games and you're seeing not only his ability to score on the blocks, but he can shoot the 3, and then he's an elite passer. He's one of, I think, the best maybe passing big guy in the conference. So he's a pretty special player, and they have a very good team, and they expect to win every game.
I know it may not be every day like a preseason tournament or conference tournament, but kind of take me inside what it's like to prepare for 3 very good teams in a 5-day stretch.
Yeah, I mean, we're just solely dialed in on USC, and we've taken a similar path in terms of how we're building practices, how we're structuring practices to what we've done in prior weeks. Like, I thought our preparation and what we did the 3 days leading into Stanford got us ready to play, and and same thing with Arizona. We did kind of the exact same format, so that's how we focused on USC. And each opponent's a little different, so you're going to concentrate on certain areas a little more. But it's how you have to look at things. USC is too good for me to say, oh well, let me sneak in some UCLA prep here for this opponent. So it's that's how we're focused on these next couple of games. And I'll say the same thing I said going into Arizona. It's why you're a competitor. It's why you you play in the Pac-12 to have a chance to go against the next 3 games against 3 top 20 teams.
Bobby, the disparity of the free throw line has kind of been a consistent thing recently, especially against some of these bigger teams. So, sort of, what are your takeaways on that on both ends as far as how you guys can improve and erase some of that?
Yeah, I mean that's a difficult one to answer, and certainly every game is different. I've said that, like, so Stanford game and the Arizona game were way different, and certainly the Arizona game, I thought a lot of contact was allowed both ways, and there was really nothing that I had any issues with, especially rewatching the film. I think over the course of the year, there hasn't been crazy differentials. And again, I don't know where we stand nationally in terms of how many times a game we foul or what that free throw differential has looked like every game throughout the year. But we tried to talk about just getting our hands back some more in our zigzag drills and how we pressure the ball, and just trying to eliminate some fouls that we get where like a perimeter guy sticking his hand in to try and strip a post guy that's going up for a shot, and then all of a sudden we get a soft foul and we're sending someone to the line. So this is like little things you can try and clean up to hopefully balance that out so you're not at that big of a disadvantage, because it hurts when you score that many more field goals in the Stanford game than they did, 12, and then even Arizona, it's an elite team in college basketball, to have one more than they did in the game. It's you got to be able to close the gap somehow in that statistical category.
You're not getting a lot out of Zoe and Enoch offensively. How much more do you need to get out of them to kind of help your offensive woes?
I think those guys, Zoe is secretly like really valuable in ways that don't show up in the stat sheet for point totals and such. He just his length and the things he does defensively, and so I don't really evaluate his performance on that. I think in the Stanford game he was focused on going to the glass, and he got a couple putbacks there, and that's where he was able to get some points. I think he's got to just embrace continuing to do that, and being a rim runner, because I mean in our sprints when he's doing our conditioning drills, I mean he's like faster than any guard. Just sort of things that way I think could give him a chance to score a little more. And I think Enoch just has to simplify things and just finish around the basket a little better when he gets his opportunities.
What have been just some of your overall takeaways from going with the 2 big starting lineups more, and some of the trade-offs that you've seen there?
I think it's, especially with Marcus, it was kind of what our vision was going to be in terms of getting bigger at the 3 spot this year, and just having better rebounding and better size, and so that has kind of negated that some. We went to more 3 guards, but I mean I like how it's looking initially and how we've started games better, and that doesn't guarantee us anything for Thursday, but I think just we match up better, from a physical standpoint for our defense and rebounding, just with how we've been started.
Any more update on Marcus timeline for him, or?
Other than Marcus is, I mean, he was out there shooting after practice today. He's continuing to get his work in on PT. That again, there's no one that's been as supportive to his teammates. That at times very frustrated that they couldn't get a clean handle on getting him back sooner, and he's just gonna do whatever he can to see if he could get back and when he could get back. But otherwise, he's fully invested in the program, and we're invested in him as well. And whenever he plays again, it's going to be here, playing at Arizona State, and we'll see what when that is. But he's certainly all in with this group.